Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel here. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Now today I'm going to share some very powerful enlightenment with you, something that I truly believe that can shift your mindset, reignite your purpose, and push you into further action. And I will begin by saying these words here. What steps are you actually taking in your life right now to get to that next level? Now, what are you thinking about at this very moment? What are you dreaming about? What are your hopes to happen within the next day or two? But most of all, what steps are you actually taking right now in your life? Because there is a difference between inspiration and execution. A big difference. Many people are inspired every single day. They watch videos, they take notes, they say, that's a great idea. They feel motivated for a moment, and then life continues exactly the same way. In routines, same fears, same excuses, same waiting rooms. And I want to speak directly to the person who actually feels that way. You feel like you're stuck in a cycle. You feel like you're stuck in a rut. You have ideals sitting in your brain, great ideals, but you're not doing anything about it. It's constantly whispering to you, and it's saying, I can do this. But then something else always whispers back. I don't know where to start. I don't have enough money. I'm not ready yet. I need more time. And so then the ideal stays in your brain instead of becoming a reality. But here's the kicker here. I need you to hear this today, loud and clear. Nobody ever really felt completely ready before they started, including myself. Not even the people who you admire the most. They started uncertain, they started scared, but they started anyway. And that one decision starting anyway is what separates people from who stay stuck from people who actually grow. Now, let me ask you something even deeper. What is it costing you to stay where you are? Because staying stuck is not neutral. It actually costs you something. Oh, yes, it does. It costs your confidence. It costs your time. It costs you opportunities. And most of all, it costs you your peace of mind. And every day you delay your ideal, someone else is moving forward with theirs. Not because they're smarter than you, not because they are more qualified, but because they decided to take action and begin. And I want you to understand something very clearly today. You don't need perfection. You need progress. Even the smallest steps count. Registering your business name finally for the first time, creating some flyers and some business cards, posting your first video, buying your first list of supplies, asking your first question, making the first phone call. Those first matter more than anything else, because momentum changes everything. Now, if you're feeling defeated and worn out, well, remember the video I posted about Joseph back in the wintertime of 2025. He came to the United States from Iraq with a dream of building a better life, like many people do. He had hopes, but also obstacles, language barriers, financial struggles, uncertainties about where he would fit in at. And like so many other entrepreneurs, he had a vision inside of him, but the path forward was not clear. And then years passed by, not months, years, you guys. 10 years to be exact. 10 years of working, learning, trying, failing, adjusting things, pushing forward, and then finally his business took shape and became something real. And when I interviewed him, and you could see it in his face, the weight of everything he had carried, the delays, the doubt, the sacrifices, the moments he questioned whether it would actually even happen. And then he became emotional. He nearly was in tears because it finally hit him how far he had become and how long it took him and how he almost gave up along the way. Think about it, because Joseph's story is not just about business. It's about endurance. It's about refusing to quit when life doesn't move on your timeline. It's about understanding that success is not always immediately, but it is possible. And for anyone watching this right now, use Joseph's story as your reminder. Your timing is not over just because your beginning was slow. When you listen to him, I want you to pay close attention, not just to what he says, but to what he represents. He represents the person who didn't give up. It's the person who took years of small steps that eventually turned into something meaningful. And that's what I want you to do too. Keep taking those baby steps. And maybe that's where you are right now. Maybe you're in your early years. Maybe you're in your confused years. Maybe you're in your I don't know season. But none of those phases are permanent unless you stop moving. So let me bring you back to this. What is the one ideal you've been sitting on? Not 10 ideals, not 5 ideals, but just that one big ideal. Because if you're trying to cram it and pack so many different ideals all at once, it's going to confuse you. Because clarity comes through action, not overthinking. And I want to challenge you today in a very simple way. Do something this week that your future self will thank you for. Not next month, not next year, this week. Even if it's small, because small steps are what build big outcomes. I get it, you guys. I was there, but I put myself out there, not knowing what the outcome was going to be. But here I am today, and it takes a lot of effort to continue to push yourself each and every day to continue at your success and your goals. And every successful person you admire has had to walk through that same feeling. So until next time, thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in to this very powerful video. And as always, thank you and have an amazing day.